Hey guys, it's Miranda here at Sunshine and Grace, where I make journals and ephemera for a life sown in sunshine and grown in grace. Today we are making mini envelope journals. The idea originally came from this journal that I put together. Obviously, this is not a tiny mini. This is the mini mini. This one was a little bit bigger. It was my one of my design team projects for lavender blue. And you can see it is literally 4 envelopes put together to make a journal, and I thought it turned out absolutely adorbs, and I wanted to make it smaller because I like tiny things and I like making tiny things. So came up with a smaller version. I did cheat and use my Cricut to make the envelopes, but if you just had small envelopes or you wanted to make those like where you take the square and make an envelope that way, that would work too. You don't have to use the ones that are pre-cut like I did. Okay, so this is what we're making. We need 4 small envelopes, and mine were approximately 2.5 by 4 inches. They weren't exact, but I couldn't figure out how to get them the exact height. But they are just envelopes. This is the prototype that I did. Then we're going to put a little journal in it, and obviously I was tucking things in. And then you don't have to have a tie on it. I just couldn't stand it popping open while I was waiting for the to do the video, so I put a tie on it. Okay, so you're going to need 4 small envelopes. We are making, I got all of them done but one, and I'll show you how we do it. Some paper for your journals, pages, that is sitting right here. I have a variety of papers. A scrap of cardstock, because this is actually going to be done in a traveler's journal style where you can slide the journal insert in and out. So you want some heavy cardstock or paper or something to match the same size as your journal pages. I phrased that really weirdly. Then you're going to need a pokey tool, needle, and thread to bind this puppy together. I'm going to go ahead and get my pokey tool out. That's not the pokey tool. I meant to have it out already. And the needle and thread, they're stuck together down here anyways, sort of. Okay, there's the needle. This thing is so hard for me to get anything out of. There we go. Okay, so you're going to need those. And I do have my little cheater for poking holes laying off to the side. And my threads somewhere here. It's pink or green. I don't know what I did. There it is. Green thread. So that'll go in there. I'm going to stick these over where the cat cannot get them if she jumps up here. What I do is I flip that upside down and stick them on it. Okay. You're going to need lace, fabric, bling, ribbon, whatever you want to decorate this little guy with. And some pretty stuff to stuff in the pages, which is all laying off to the side here. Or to, just gussy it up with. Okay. I'm going to be using Beacon 3-in-1 glue and art glitter glue. And one thing that I did not mention that you'll need if you're making your own envelopes is a way to score them. So you can use a scoreboard, but for something this small, I didn't feel like dragging the scoreboard out, and I really don't like my scoreboard. I get into a love-hate relationship with it, and at the moment I hate it. So we're going to, I'm going to show you a hack with just a ruler of some sort and like a bone folder or something. Anything that you can run along it. I've used ink pens or anything. So I'm going to let you guys get your screenshot, and it's on. Okay, we're going to get started. I'm going to set my prototype up here where I can look at it. Okay, the first 3 envelopes are already done. I have inked them. I did not ink this, so I'm going to ink it real quick before I score it. And I'm just doing the inside, this flap. And then I'll ink that line when I get it scored. Because it's black, you can't really see it. Okay, here's my trick. I take a small, this little thing, I don't know, it's something to do with sewing, but yeah, I don't use it to sew with. I use it for journal making. And I'm just going to line it up with that edge. See that edge right there? I'm going to line that up with this edge. Get it real close. Take my bone folder and run along it, and it makes a score line. And that is so much easier than dragging that bone or the big scoreboard out and trying to fight with it up on my desk that's very small and crowded, and I end up knocking things off and stuff. So just do that for all 4 sides of your envelope if you cut it out of a But anything that if you're making it yourself and you need to fold it. If you've got envelopes that are a nice small size pre-made, then that would be great. And you wouldn't have to do this. But I kind of like being able to pick papers. I chose a heavier, not fully cardstock, but close to cardstock. Just a real nice weight scrapbook paper that was double-sided so that I would have the background showing, because this does show. And then you just fold your little flap up. I do have a pattern for this on Cricut that I can send someone if they're interested. It's just a little JPEG that I used. And then I did whatever you have to do in Cricut to make it work. Okay, fold the edges over. And then you're going to fold this down. Now I go ahead and crease it first, and then I glue it. This is where the art glitter glue comes in. And I just put a little bit right along that bottom edge where it overlaps the middle. Press it. It doesn't like to stick sometimes. I just got glue all over my thumb. Nothing new there. Sometimes I end up so covered in glue that I think, oh my hands, it's a good thing this stuff isn't like just like instantly toxic, because I end up covered in it. I don't have a stitch of clothes that ain't covered in glue, that ain't just like ruined. I bought a shirt the other day. So excited. It had one of my favorite Bible verses on it, and it was just so pretty. And my husband, he just kept telling me, he's like, you need to get you some clothes. You know, you ain't hardly got nothing that ain't covered in ink and glue and paint. And so I go and get it. And what did I do? I wasn't wearing it in the craft room at all, or in my studio. I was being so careful with it. I spilled food on it the first time I wore it and ate. You gotta be kidding me. I'm just not meant to have nice clothes. A little more right there. Okay. Now, make sure you've got your things done. You want to fold them both directions, because that's just going to help you here in a minute. So, take your envelopes and fold the flaps both ways to make sure that they're good and flexible. And boom. Okay. We've got that. Now, we want to set them aside for a second and grab our journal pages. Your pages need to be approximately 4 inches tall by 5 inches, like 4 inches this way, 5 inches this way, and then they're going to be folded in half. I've already kind of got them arranged the way I want. There's no real right or wrong way to do it. Just get them in a way that you like. I used a variety of handmade and hand-altered papers and just hand-dyed, whatever I could find. What I'm doing here is I am smashing that crease really tight using this thing again, because it's like the niftiest tool ever. And then I'm shoving them into my little cover that will be my thing that I used for sliding into the pockets to bind it with. That'll be how we put it in the journal. So that's the cardstock cover. Let me grab these. Okay. Grab my little pokey thing. Flip it this way. I use that to make flowers and everything. Okay, so get your pages all lined up. We've all bound a journal, or at least sort of done it. You can do this with rubber bands or something too. I just really like to sew it in because I like the look that it gives. Find your center again. Open it. What I like to do is actually fold it back on itself like this. And that makes sure that everything's lined up. Okay, eyeball where center is. It doesn't have to be exact. And then just shove that pokey tool down in there. If you want to use a crocodile, you can, but I'm not dragging a crocodile out for something less small. And I come in about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, about 1/4 of an inch from the top, poking right on that seam. That's done. Put that back over there. Grab this. And don't do that, you guys. Don't do that. Okay? That is not how you want to do it. And I'm sorry if my hands are shaking. They've been shaking really bad for a few days. Like, really bad. Today, we had to go to the little gas station up the road. And I grabbed some, I was wanting potato salad. And I got my son some ham salad. And I had them stacked one on top of the other, and I don't know what happened, but my hands started shaking, and the potato salad flew across the thing crashed into the floor. You can see some of my pages are different heights even. That doesn't matter. It's fine. He's fine. Okay, so we're going to find that middle hole now that I messed that all up. And we're going to try and get that top one to go in the middle. Where's the middle? I don't want to mess the rest of them up. Okay, do you see I'm going in the middle there? I'm trying to see if you guys can see that. Okay, yeah, there's the middle hole. Okay, and it's a little messed up because I moved just a little bit. It'll be okay. All right, then you go through the bottom hole, or you can do the top hole. It doesn't really matter. I, for some reason, always go to the bottom. I don't know why. That's just, I've always done it. And then if you get all messed up like I did, just pull it back to where you can sort of see the pages and poke it through. And as you get through one, just pull it back. Find the hole in the next one, pull it back. And we've only got a couple more to go through. Come on, we can make it. Oh, we did it. Yay. Okay. This turned out better than the last one I found in. Last one I didn't make it quite on the quite on that seam like I wanted to. It was a little off. Okay, this one for some reason always goes easier. This last one, you just go in the top hole and again repeat the process. Go through as many as you can get through. And then when you can't get through anymore, pull the pages back to where you can see what you're doing. And poke it through the last little bit. Okay. Okay, now we're through. Well, that was really fiddly and clumsy, guys. I'm sorry. That was very fiddly. Usually I am not that fiddly with this. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am that fiddly with this, but not on camera. I usually manage to get it pretty good when I'm filming. Not today. Okay, then you want to go back through that middle hole right there. Try not to catch the first thread you shove through. I'm going to have to work it through again because it's being stubborn. So stubborn. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Right there's the hole. Okay, we're through that. There. Finally. Okay. I don't think I went through the thread, so let's hope. Okay, now, when you get that done, just pull that little puppy tight and do your knot thing. I do it twice. I just make sure it's pulled snug. Knot. Go the other way. Knot. And then snip. Okay. Then we got this. I'm going to put these away real quick. The cat jumps up here. She doesn't stab her little feet. She was playing in the floor a while ago, so she missed it down there. We don't need that. Okay, now the hard part's done. That's why we did that first. Okay, this is actually a little bit tricky too, because you have to figure out which way you want these to go. I like that one, so I'm going to tuck this one in. Okay, you're going to tuck one down in, one envelope flap inside itself. Then the rest of them stay out. Okay, we're going to take this one and put it here. And just butt them up together and press them together. And you're going to take this and butt them together. And then you're going to take, so you have a booklet here and a booklet here. And you've got this extra flap here. Try not to let them come apart like that, if you can help it. You're going to take it and slide it in that first little flap there. So did you guys see that? I'm going to do them again, okay? And then you have a booklet. They're all four together. Okay. So we'll do it one more time so that I can make sure you know how to do it. You take your envelope, take one and tuck the flap. Okay. Then your next 4 or 3 envelopes are just going to be left with the flaps loose. And you're going to put 2, one inside the other one like that, and make a booklet. And then you're going to take this one and stuff in the first one, make a booklet, and that one's upside down, but it doesn't matter too much. And then do that. Okay, so you've got that done. Now, it's going to be a little persnickety at first. Bone folder it. Get it smashed. then you've got this. Okay, and because it is, you can see it's like all wiggly and jiggly. What we're going to do is we're going to take washi or lace if you want. I'm just going to slap some washi on there. Does that look like a good washi to you guys? Looks good enough to me. It doesn't have to be perfect. Although, honestly, that gold, maybe. May have to bust out different glue though. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use my, for this, it's not on my list, but this is my Scotch Create glue stick. It's my favorite for dealing with washi tape because I don't trust washi tape for anything, especially not this washi tape. It does not like to stick for me. So I always put a little extra glue on it. Yeah, it's a little longer than what I need, but I'm going to line it up there and line it up there. Get it seated on there. It's about a little less than half. Actually, I guess it is half. My thing moved on me. Okay, it's half. Half-ish. Half-ish is good, right? All right. Get it pressed. Fold it over. And all this is going to do is help you get that next thing in there when you shove that journal in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not really going to see a whole lot of it anyways when it's all said and done. But it looks pretty. What you do see. Okay. There. Now, take your bone folder again and kind of go over it to make sure that it's pressed down. Now, you don't have to worry about everything just like absolutely falling apart. You're going to do the same thing here in the centerpiece. But it doesn't have to be as big. If it doesn't even cover all of it, it's okay. I'm actually just going to tear it. Stick it to itself. And stick it to itself. And glue it. Get it gluey. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. This will keep everything stuck together while you are working. Okay. There. And I have put the journal in that spot, but I didn't like it there as well because I couldn't do this. I couldn't reinforce it and make it all stick together good. So I leave that open and I actually stick the journal in the back one or the front. You can do either. I think I prefer it in the back. Now, on your card, I forgot to mention this. When you cut it to fit your pages, do yourself a favor and cut from, leave it tall up here. It doesn't have to be quite as tall as that is, but snip it at a slight angle in so that this side is a little shorter than that one. It just makes it easier to fit it in the journal, in the cover. Then fold your cover back like this. You can see how it's folded back on itself, and line it up on either side. So you can see I've got it lined up and I'm fitting it in that hole right there inside that envelope, and I flip it over on the other side and I fit it inside that envelope, and I'll have to re-glue that because I totally ripped it up. Okay, and then you just slide it down in, and you guys, your journal is put together. Mine is a very ratty little journal. I left my pages a little long because I like that pink paper and I really liked how shabby chic it was and how it kind of matched that. So that was done intentionally. Okay, you may not want to use that many pages, you guys. I made that a chunky little monkey. Pretty well done with that, so we'll cover it up. Okay, guess what? Our journal's done. That is the main bulk of putting it together. You've got a journal, now you decorate it, and that's the fun part, right? We skip to the good part. Okay, now, I'm going to do the cover. I have this that I'm going to put on the cover. That is just a paper ruffle I made with a scrap, and then I used another scrap to kind of hold it together. It's self-stick, so that's good, but I'll add a little extra glue. Then I just made a little cluster out of some scraps of lace and stuck a puzzle piece that I altered. Those will be in a tutorial on my YouTube channel eventually. They're just not there yet. So this is how I'm decorating my cover, and I stuck a word on there, blessings. Okay. we're going to do it. I actually want to go this way though, because it's just supposed to go down the edge. Okay, so we're pressing that on. My cover's done, you guys. How easy was that? I may end up eventually putting like a gem in there or something, but maybe not. I actually really like the way that turned out. These, no kidding, you guys, I sat here one night and I started those to just play. And the next thing I knew, I had like 10 of them done. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That was way too fun and way too easy. Okay, so I've already picked out the little scraps and stuff that I'm going to put in here and the little bits and pieces. So I made these today. They were pre-made tags. I just stamped and colored on them and put a tie on it. So I'm going to like maybe tuck them here. I may actually use them inside the journal part itself. I may two. I may only use one though, because they're kind of, they've got a lot of oomph to them. They turned out pretty though. I like them. I colored them with Cricut ink pens. I was really bored today. Okay. Let's find some of these scraps. I'm sorry. My wrist was itching very badly. Like this, I'm going to just kind of half fold it. I don't ever fold straight. And then I'm just going to hit that with some ink around those edges a little bit to make it look agey. Do the same on the back side. And that'll be my first piece to put in. It's going to go right there. I just tuck stuff in each of these envelope pockets. You can see that's absolutely adorable. Let's grab this. I don't even know what that came out of. I have a little booklet of things, and I'm going to stick it like, kind of like that. Then I have a little tag I made out of a scrap of index card that I punched the corners and used like a little fancy corner punch. One of my favorite ways to make tags, by the way. And I just kind of tuck it in. It doesn't have to go in straight or anything. We're going to take one of these, this faux envelope or faux postage stamp I made, and I'm just going to glue it on. See, this one's upside down, so I'm trying to cover it a little bit. And I'm going to actually make this into a pocket that I can slide something small into. And I'm using my art glitter glue. And this will be available in a replay if you missed part of it, all of it. If you realize, like, you know, late that you just didn't really understand what I'd said, then it will be available in the replay. Okay, I have this little guy that I think I'm going to tuck in. No, too thick. Okay, let me find something to tuck in. A tag. This little thing. Okay, see? Just tuck something in. This little medallion would be cute. It's just kind of maybe dangle. I don't know. I don't have a use for it yet. Okay. I had this from one of my digital kits. I'm just going to ink it. It's just a little journaling card. It says, "In whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace." Ephesians 1:7. Absolutely love that verse. It's one of the, it's like one of my go-to verses. I use it for a lot of stuff. And then I'm just going to tuck it in there. And I'm going to see how it fits first. It's a little big. So what I'm going to do is just trim this side. You guys, I managed that without my hand going crazy. Sometimes when I go to cut, yeah, it does not come out the way I want. Let's try that again. Let's see if it fits. Ah, yes, perfect. Okay. Then I think I'm going to stick this little piece in there. Like that. Okay. I don't want to do anything to that page. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Let me see what kind of fibers I've got here. I want to thread something through this. Maybe a piece of this, just something little. I made these, oh, I don't know few weeks ago using the wax seals. Totally obsessed with wax seals. We're just going to tie a knot in it. Hopefully I can get it through there without it messing up too bad. I'm about to get it, guys. Am I? Oh, the suspense. Got it. And then I about pulled it all the way out. That would be me. Totally me. Okay. And I'm just going to take and make a knot right there. Maybe. Got it. All right. Oh, she's so cute. Okay. Need something to tuck it into. How does it look? Something like that. I don't know. It might actually look cute. I made these envelopes ages ago with, again, my Cricut. Ooh, you guys, they would make a very cute little journal too, wouldn't they? Okay. Yeah, like that. It just tucks down in. Like that. It closes. Tag sort of hangs out, but that's okay. And we will just, I think we're going to tuck it actually inside one of these pockets like this. Well, if I can get it down in there. There. Like that. Okay. And I still need to put this in somewhere. I love that butterfly one. I think it was my favorite out of the two. Okay, and then those will just kind of hang out the top. You can see this is very, very chunky. Okay, if you want to decorate the pages, you can with a lot of things. I am literally just using a couple of things. Like this page, I'm going to stick a tab on. This is folded, so I'll pick actually this page. And I'm just going to glue a tab. I'm going to have a tutorial, a Mass Make Monday tutorial on my channel one day that shows how to make these. I don't use a punch or anything. I just use scraps and a hole punch. I guess I do use that, but I don't use like that fancy, you know, like the swelltail punches. I'd love to have one, but yeah, really I don't need it with the Cricut. If I want a wheel tail, I'll just Cricut that and it'll score it and everything. But there we go. There's that one. Now I wanted to put on this because it's a good and sturdy page, and I wanted it to have a little bit of something to pizzazz it. Just a little altered paper clip with a bow on it that will kind of poke out of the journal. And I'm going to slide this up under there. And this. Okay. Maybe put this one on the back. I mean, really, you guys know how to decorate these, right? So, what do you guys think? I think I overstuffed it. Let's see if we can tie it. There's plenty of this. It'll make a perfect tie, won't it? Let's wrap it a couple times. It's going to need a little help. And I'm not cutting this because this is not what I'm going to use in the end, but I just want to see what it looks like. Actually, I may end up using it. It's kind of pretty. But, let's see how it looks. Okay. Actually, yeah, I'll probably end up cutting that and using it. So I'll tie it better in a few minutes. All right. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I didn't get to see anything because I get sidetracked. I just get focused on what I'm making. I have all this stuff left over too that I didn't need. Go figure. But I always like to have everything prepared. Okay, so what do you guys think? Little mini envelope notebooks. I want to see your all's pictures in the comments or on the feed in group. I just want to see them, okay? Because they're going to be adorbs. All right, I'm going to end off here. Thank you guys for joining me tonight, and I hope you have fun crafting, and we'll chat soon. Grace and peace. Here at Sunshine and Grace, I love making videos showing you guys how to make beautiful journals and ephemera using inexpensive items, whether you're a beginner or you've been making journals for a while now. I hope you'll join me as I share tips, tricks, and hacks along the way, usually a little bit of Jesus too. My creations are my way of working out what God works into me through His Word, and I couldn't do any of this without Him or you guys. I love y'all, and thank you so much for watching and commenting on my videos. It really does mean so much to me, and I just really do appreciate it. And before, I do want to say that if y'all are the praying type, I have a very sweet friend on here who I met through my YouTube channel that she could really use some prayers right now. So it's a sort of unspoken request, but if y'all could just remember my friend, I'd appreciate it. All right. And if you all found this video valuable, then be sure to hit the like button and drop a comment below to let me know what you think of it or how that project turned out for you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to get notified when I put new videos out. That's usually every Monday and Friday, although sometimes, like I missed this Friday, I started a new job. Very, very hectic week for me. And Friday came and went and there was no video. Sorry about that, y'all. But sometimes I put an extra one out too, though. So that kind of makes up for when I miss one. Before I go, I just want to remind y'all that Jesus loves you so much He died for you. And if you've not trusted that fact, then I'd urge you to do so today, because nobody's promised the next second. Whether you know it or not, you're going to live forever, either upstairs or down. And y'all, you want to go up, okay? Hell, which is down, was created for Satan and his demons, not for us. And God made it really easy for us to go up. So if y'all want to know more about that, and you want to hear about my precious Savior, and you want to hear the greatest love story ever, and get settled for eternity right now, just drop a comment below. Look me up on Facebook, Instagram. You can find all that stuff in my channel art and in the description box below. And if you've got any questions about anything at all, or you need prayer, or you want to have a prayer request, you just want to talk, you want to share your favorite Bible verses, whatever, y'all get a hold of me. I love to talk to people. Okay. And I live in the sticks. I don't see a lot of people. Okay. I got my guys and the cat, and that's, yeah. Some days that may be the only other people that I actually verbally talk to. So yeah, drop me a comment, get a hold of me. Love to talk to you. And it'd be my joy to answer any questions, or add you to my prayer list or whatever. Y'all have a great day, and we'll chat soon. Okay. Grace and peace. Bye-bye.